Hi guys, it's Sherry. Welcome to 10 Minute Monday. I'm excited to show you this, guys. This is a brand new earring that I received not too long ago, and the first time I am using it. So you can see here, they are two different sizes. So you have the option of doing the smaller one or a larger one. It's up to you completely what you would like to do. And during this quick little presentation, I'm going to show you how to do a backfill with these as well. So I have my clay. This is white Primo clay. It's rolled out to my second thickest setting. And all I'm going to do is kind of push that down onto my tile. And then I'm going to get a little bit of baby powder, put that over my piece. And then I'm going to start to stamp these out. Very, very simple. And you want this to be a bit thicker for the simple fact that you want to backfill these beautiful areas here. And then I'm going to take my smaller cutter and cut out exactly what I need for my other pieces. My pieces hanging down, I should say. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to want to do is put it all on your tile and bake your pieces. But, oops, I'm going to grab my tile here, and I actually want to smooth my sides out before anything. And I will sand these down afterwards, just to make sure that my edges are nice and finished off. I like to lay my stuff out so I know exactly where I need my holes when I'm doing them. It'll give me a general idea. Because when my pieces are this small, I like to put my holes in right away. It gives me less of a chance for them to break on the edges. Okay. Get your little hole puncher. Let me clean this out. All right, so I'm going to put a hole right at the very top. Make sure it's not too close to the edge. And then we're going to get the sides where we're going to hang them. And I'm going to go right up next to the second hole there. You want to make sure your holes are leveled. All right, so once they are all set up and ready to go, you're going to place this in your oven. I have all Primo clay here, so it's 275. I'll bake this at the recommended time, and then we will come back. I'm going to show you how to get this nice and soft so we could do a backfill. So while that is in the oven, we're going to start getting our clay ready to do the backfill. I'm going to take just a little bit, and we want to make this like super soft, almost like paint. So I'm going to use what's called clay softener and thinner. And I'm just going to really kind of play around with this and start getting this to get really kind of mushy, I guess you could say. So I'm just taking a popsicle stick, basically, from the dollar store. And I'm going to get this nice and soft. And really mix that clay softener in. Okay. Now, I'm just going to take it, and you don't need a lot of this because the areas are not that big. So I'm just going to take this and really just rub this in my hands and get this super, super sticky. Can you see how soft that's getting now? You want this to be very pliable and spreadable. This particular color is mustard, and I'm going with the mustard because I want it to match those particular flowers, and I'll show you how I'm going to add those as well. So do you see that? That's exactly what you need. So now that is ready, and you can see it's going to spread very easy. So just a little bit of clay softener with a little bit of your regular clay, and just mush it all together, and then you have your stuff. So now that will be ready. So I'm going to wash my hands, wait for that to get done in the oven, and then we'll come back and finish these completely up. All right, guys, my pieces are out of the oven. They're cooled off. Now we're going to start the next step. So I did the smaller ones, but I'm going to show you on the big ones how to do it. So you can see I have my stuff still blended together. I'm going to kind of just make sure everything is nice and still like pliable because it's been sitting here for a little bit. And you can see it's still nice and sticky. So I'm going to take this, and then I'm just going to smear it right inside. And I'll try to avoid the holes, but if I get the holes, it's not a big deal. And I'm going to get my edges as well. Okay. I'll get my blade, and then I'm just going to start cleaning some of that up. Don't worry about if it's perfect. Just get that. And you can see I filled in my holes by accident, so I'm just going to take my little tool here and just poke that right through, because I don't want that to be covered in clay. Okay. And then I'm going to get one of my old towels, put some alcohol on here. So this is just rubbing alcohol. And then just slowly start cleaning it up. And it really doesn't take very long to do it. You can see how easy that clay comes off. All right, I'll let that sit for a couple minutes, and then I will do one more. So while that is doing that, I will fill in this one. All right, let me just spray that. And then get my towel one more time. And if it doesn't come perfect, that's okay, because when you sand it, it'll take all that little extra stuff off. So you don't have to stress over it being perfect. Okay, so that's what you will have. And next, I'm going to take these pieces, and I'm going to get my liquid polymer clay. I'm just going to put a little bit right on my table here. Get a paintbrush, and then just go right over each one of these. All right, so next I'm going to take my little flowers here, and then I'm going to place them right on my pieces. And these are just little paper flowers. There we go. And then once more, I'll take my liquid clay, and I'm going to go right over my piece. Now this is translucent clay. So as it bakes, everything will be see-through. And then you don't have to do any resin, and that's why I'm doing this. I don't want resin on these pieces. I'd rather do the liquid clay. See? And then I'll just put those on my tray. And then I will bake these again at recommended time and temperature. So just look on your box or your bottle, whatever you're using, and it'll tell you exactly what temperature and how long to bake your stuff for. So just follow that, and then we will be back. My pieces are out of the oven. They're cooled off. You can see that I started putting them together, but I'm going to show you very quickly how to put these links on. So you're going to take your jump ring. I'm using oval jump rings, and you're basically just going to twist it open, put it through, and then I'm going to use the larger one in the middle. And then you just close it. So very, very simple and easy. I did sand everything down ahead of time. That way it keeps the video nice and short. But if you need to know how to do stuff like that, I have plenty of other videos that show how I sand things or how I attach things and, you know, different things like that. There's more detailed videos. So do you see how I just twist it back and forth, and then it just naturally falls right into place? And then I'm going to take a smaller jump ring and put my post on it. And I'm just going to go with a regular ball post. You could use any post that you want. And make sure that's completely closed. And there you go. I mean, how simple is that? So what I want to really point out is look how that liquid clay went right over those paper flowers and just gave it a beautiful finished look. Absolutely gorgeous. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And I'm hoping that you enjoy the 10-minute Monday, and I will see you all next time. Bye.